How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie and welcome back to the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Just finished watching the game out here in Mexico. Yes, I think everybody knows by now that I am on holiday with the missus until a week on Saturday, so I've got quite a while left out here. Just want to thank everybody for all the kind messages over the last few days. Obviously, I did get engaged the other day out here, which was very nerve-wracking and a weird experience, but yeah, I've had a lovely few days with the missus, and yeah, hopefully the holiday can continue in the same way. But we're here to discuss Leeds United's 1-1 draw with Norwich City at Carrow Road this evening for you, but this afternoon for me. It's nearly 4 o'clock in the afternoon at the time of recording this, 6 hours behind the UK. So make sure that you are smashing that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and hit that notification bell. So yeah, 1-1 on the road at Norwich City. I can't lie, I'll take it. Based on how the game unfolded, I thought it was quite an even game throughout. I don't think anyone really edged the other in any way. Thought Leeds were quite poor in the first half, I can't lie. I feel like we need to be way more clinical than that moving forward. There's a few, decent performances in the first half, the likes of Willian Onto. I thought Brendan Aronson was good as well. I thought Ayo Tanaka was everywhere. I thought he had a really, really good game. Ayo Tanaka getting his first start, obviously. Ethan Ampadu out now for 10 weeks, which is not ideal at all. But I felt Ayo Tanaka came in and did a very good job. Obviously, Ilya Gruev next on the injury list, having to go off in the first half. Let's hope that was just a precautionary measure. So that is all right for Sunderland on Friday. Then obviously Joe Rothwell entered the pitch, and I thought he had an all right game as well. Thought it was a decent midfield performance from Tanaka and Rothwell throughout the game. But obviously Norwich took the lead through a penalty from Josh Sargent. Joe Rodon, what are you actually doing? Like, what are you doing in the box there? You go to ground like that in the box, you're asking for trouble. It was a blatant penalty, no arguments there for me. Very poor decision making from Joe Rodon. Not the best start to the season from him. He's had a few all right performances with Pascal as that partnership, but yeah, just really, really poor from Joe Rodon in that moment. And obviously Josh Sargent, who of course won the penalty, slots it home. And what is Ilya Meslier doing on the penalty? I mean, what is he actually doing? Like, it's not like he's placed it in the corner, top bins, Penenka him, anything like that. He's hit it right next to him. Like, he could easily save that. Quite easily. But again, maybe I'm nitpicking, maybe I'm being a bit harsh. I don't know, but I just think Meslier should do way, way better with that penalty. But yeah, look, I actually thought in the first half that we actually edged it slightly. I thought we were at least creating more chances. We just weren't clinical enough in the final third. Thought Laji Ramazani was looking quite promising. Bit disappointing from Mateo Joseph tonight. Didn't think he had a great game overall in this one. But again, everyone keeps using the same excuse, doesn't? That he's raw and he's young and his first breakout season or whatever. But for me, a striker's judged on goals. What is it? 1 goal in, is it 8 games now? 8 or 9 games. It's not ideal. Joe Perreault, I know he came on today and didn't score, but the last few substitute performances from him, he's making an impact and he's scoring goals, which sounds crazy to say, as everybody did kind of not want him in the team. But again, I think there's a serious conversation to be had there, in my opinion, although Perreault didn't really do anything today, did he? Let's be honest. But yeah, moving into the second half, I thought Leeds upped it a little bit. Upped the tempo. Obviously, we equalised through Laji Ramazani. Good play from Nonto, who I thought was trying to impact the game and trying to make things happen throughout. Nice little weighted ball through to Ramazani, who hits it with his left foot. Very good, cool, composed finish into the bottom corner to equalise for Leeds United. And I'll be honest, at that point, I thought Leeds could go on and win it. I thought we'd started the second half brightly. Obviously, we equalised, and I thought we could really push on from there. But I did feel maybe after the first sort of 5-10 minutes after we scored the equaliser, I think it just turned into a bit of a basketball game. I thought it was a basketball game throughout actually, but even more so in the second half. They were giving the ball away quite easily. We weren't clinical enough. It was just a bit evenly matched. You know, like I said, I can't really argue with the point. I don't think they deserve to win it. And I'll be honest, I don't really think we deserve to win it, quite honestly. Obviously, if Leeds had snatched the win, I would not have sniffed at it, obviously. But yeah, it was a weird one tonight. It wasn't our best performance, but it definitely wasn't our worst. There's a few times when Leeds were giving the ball away in stupid situations. There was times where I feel like our decision making should have been a lot better. When you know there's counter attacking opportunities that we weren't taking. But again, in the Championship, a point away on the road is not to be sniffed at, especially against a team that are going to be pushing for playoffs this season. You know, they're a decent side at home in Norwich, so you know to go there and not lose is a positive. Again, I did feel Leeds would edge the game before it. I did think it'd be 2-1 to us, but you know, unfortunately that wasn't the case. But you know, the fact that you know 3 games in 6 days, you know, obviously the Coventry game the other day, which we easily won by 3-0. I only watched the highlights from that as I was on the flight out here. But yeah, by all accounts, we played really well and deserved that win. We've gone to a tough away place this afternoon, and we've come away unbeaten. We've managed to get a point. Sunderland on Friday will be a tough game. Obviously, they are top of the league and they've won today as well. That will be a tough one. You know, hopefully Gruev, his injury isn't too serious, as I know I've kind of got a bit of everyone thinks I have an agenda against Ilya Gruev, but I don't. I think he's a good player. I just think him and Ampadu don't suit each other together. But obviously, with Ampadu out of the team, you've got Tanaka and Joe Rothwell that can come in and play alongside him, which I think offers better balance. So, you know, hopefully Gruev is available. I think Tanaka was really good. If I had to pick a player of the match for Leeds, it'd either be Tanaka or Nonto for today, guys. But like I said, decent point on the road. Hopefully we can go to Sunderland and get something as well to end off a good week and to sign off for the international break. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys, how are you feeling after today's 1-1 win? After today's 1-1 draw away at Norwich City. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're commenting and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.